morning, guys. Last night I did my response video to Derrick Jann. He has a new video up. He was even on live last night. I didn't watch the live, but some people have brought it to my attention. But he has a new video up called Why Narcissists Love. And I posted my response, but honestly, I'm still very triggered. I'm very triggered by what he is putting out here and just how many women are believing and feeding into it. He is so misinformed, and what concerns me is that he has a whole event coming up, narcissistic abuse prevention event or something. I have never, ever heard Derrick Jann speak on. No, he may have did one or two other videos a long time ago, very short videos on a narcissist. Where he didn't go into depth, like he touched the surface of it, but like this, the narcissistic personality disorder is not his lane. And that video that I saw last night that he put out, it triggered me. It triggered me so bad. I don't want, and I really liked all his other videos. There's a lot of relationship experts, dating experts that I follow, and I like their content, and I think it does help people. But these dating experts, they know to stay in their lane. A lot of them do. A lot of them don't. I thought Mr. Derrick Jann would be one of those that was smart enough to stick to what he knows. He don't know a goddamn thing about narcissistic personality disorder. Not from what I watched in that video. Like it was more so him victim shaming. That's what I got from it. It's the victim's fault. It's your, if you grew up around an ain't shit uncle and this and that, the narcissist is gonna, capitalize off of that. And unless a life coach or dating expert has had their life uprooted and destroyed by a narcissist, they cannot tell me shit. Now, there is a difference. You can date a toxic person. You can date someone that wasn't a good person, and that person may not be a narcissist at all. They just have to get their shit together and grow. A narcissist is a whole different. It has, you could have the perfect upbringing. You could have great parents who never abused you. It could have been somebody else in your family that abused you. I don't know. There's, it's a case-by-case thing. And he generalized it and fed it to his female fan base. And I have a problem with that. The narcissist is all about getting what he can get out of you. And narcissists, they don't have an identity. These people have no identity. They move like chameleons. No matter what your race, class, ethnicity, how much money you make, how poor you are, they will shape-shift themselves to mirror everything that you are, your characteristics, to match and meet you at your level or better. And they will finesse the fuck out of you. And you could be the smartest, the baddest. You could have the best upbringing. You could be, come from a non-toxic background. I mean, I believe everybody has a little dysfunction in their childhood, but it's the ignorance that he is kicking in his videos. I'm triggered. I am so triggered. You can just tell. Those of us that have gone through narcissistic abuse, if you listen to his fucking video, you can just tell he don't know shit. what he's doing in his video is generalizing everything into one category. And it's like, dude, have you sat up and had several discussions with people who have survived this shit? The women that have gotten beaten on, the successful women that have gotten swindled out of all their money, and they were very smart, very educated, very intelligent. You don't understand. Listen, you don't understand. This is bigger than a disorder. It is a demonic spiritual. These people come into your life to break your soul. This is bigger than a dating, a dating or a toxic relationship type of scenario. These motherfuckers, the damage that they cause to one person is so astronomical. It has cost some people their life. Some people have committed suicide. Some people have had stroke, heart attack. Like I said, the physical. We're not even going to get to the mental, emotional, the devastating emotion that the pain that is brought upon you. We get into the physical: stroke, high blood pressure. You get shingles. I've heard people break out from shingles, autoimmune disease. Breakouts of eczema, hair falling out, stomach ulcer. I had ulcers. I was lethargic. Some people gain weight from emotional eating. They eat to comfort themselves from the pain. Some people starve themselves from the anxiety. The fibroids, women developing fibroids. Don't do this, Derrick Jann. Don't do this. Stop generalizing and sit down. Sit down with a group of 20 women who have had their lives uprooted. And you'll find everybody comes from a different type of background. And also, too, you cannot lecture someone. For those of us that have one or two narcissistic parents, you cannot lecture somebody. If I'm being raised from the time I'm pushed out of my mother's womb to be groomed to be a fucking slave, and I don't know anything about it, before narcissist was a word or a concept, we never stood a chance, Derrick. Have a conversation. Have several fucking conversations. Do your research. We never had a chance. The moment we were pushed out of our mother's womb, we were targeted for abuse. A lot of us were abused into the ground in our early childhood. Do you know how much work it takes to deprogram and dig deep and do the work? I've done the self-work. But I will never sit up and post a video and victim shame and be like this. This is why narcissists love you. Narcissists, you shouldn't have even put the word love in the same fucking sentence, as narcissists don't love. They don't love. They don't have the capacity to love. They don't love themselves. They don't love their children. They don't love no fucking body. They don't even love God. They mock God. Brother, do your research. Do your research. The video that you put out is pure ignorance. Now, what it looks like to me is that you're exploiting, I'm going to call it, you're exploiting narcissism like it's a trending topic. This shit has been going on for centuries for a lot of us. A lot of us have been suffering since our childhood. Yeah, it's great to have open conversations, but know what the fuck you're talking about before you put the info. You got a lot of followers, yo. You cannot be feeding women misinformation. You cannot victim blame or victim shame. Many of us never stood a chance. The moment our parents hated us, the moment our parents conceived us. I was beat all my life. Never stood a chance. Didn't understand what narcissism was. Sit down and talk to a real narc expert and victims and get your information right. Thank you.